All right. Hiya. So today I want to talk about defects being driven. It says in the big book we are, and I might put this bit in, we are driven by 100 forms of fear, self-delusion, self-pity. And these feelings, fear, self-delusion and self-pity, they always drove me to a drink. And that's where I always went. That was the solution to these common problems. And they say this in the fellowship. And I was messing about with ChatGPT, and I did this story, and it's about Mr. Fear and Mr. Self-Delusion and Mr. Self-Pity, and me, obviously. So Mr. Fear, Mr. Self-Delusion, Mr. Self-Pity and me one day decided to go for a drive. I couldn't drive because I was being driven by these three. So Mr. Fear was the first on the list. So he got in the car, and he didn't actually learn how to drive. He was too scared. He was scared of failure. So he gave up. He didn't do it, and he didn't learn how to drive. And although he thought he could, we went about 2 minutes before he crashed, and it was terrible. But fortunately for us, we had Mr. Self-Delusion with us. He was quite a confident fellow, and he said, I'm going to take you to the nightclub. Mr. What's he called? I don't know. Mr. Fear had said he was going to take me to the pub. This fella said he was going to take me to a nightclub. Anyway, he thought he could drive because he thought he could do everything. He thought he was great at everything. Never actually bothered to learn like the other one. And within 2 minutes, we'd crashed again. We were left with Mr. Self-Pity, and he said, I'm not going out. I can't face people. I'm going to go to the wine shop, get a load of beer, and just sit in there. I said, I don't drink. Why are you all taking me to drinking place? I don't drink. He said, never mind, shut up. This is where we're going. And he was driving for about 5 minutes, and he was crying because his mum couldn't afford driving lessons for him, and his dad couldn't afford it, and he didn't do many lessons, and all his friends got cars, and he was on the bus, and it was such a shame for him. And it triggered him, and he started crying, and his eyes got so blurred with tears that he ended up crashing into a police car. Anyway, they all ran off on me and left me sat in the car, and I didn't know what to do because I didn't have any. I couldn't drive myself, and I was stranded. Didn't know what to do. Anyway, this old bloke, grey hair, beard, got in the car and said, where do you want to go? Do you want me to drive? And I said, yes, please. And I let him drive, and he drove me home, and it was all right. And we lived happily ever after. There we go. So that's my Mr. Man version of being driven by fear, self-delusion, and self-pity. And the point I'm trying to make is we don't choose. All this is on an unconscious level. We don't choose to be driven by this. But the idea that we're in control is the great obsession of every abnormal drinker. We're not in control. You know, we might even be successful in our lives. We might sort of have massive financial success or academic success. But we're probably driven by fear, self-delusion, or self-pity. You know, these fear, like I say, it's one that we had when we were cavemen. We were given it to and sometimes it can work in a positive way, and we can achieve great things, but we're not in control. I actually think a lot of people, they take great credit and for success, you know, and quite often they're a bit lucky, and they're driven by fear and inadequacy, and that causes them to be successful. So anyway, there's my foolish idiot's guide to a little bit of the program. I'm just messing around with the AI technology that we've got, and I'm redoing a lot of my videos. So hope you enjoyed it, and I think the next one I might do in the style of Family Guy or The Simpsons. I don't know. We're going to have a laugh with these. All right, thanks. See you in the next one.